Guys, so I've been getting some requests recently to do a comparison between Nokia 8 and OnePlus 5 here. I've been meaning to do it for quite a while, so I thought why not check them out, see how they do compare here. Both of them about 400 to 500 euro, depending on where you do shop, so they are very good value. But how do they compare head to head? We're going to have a look here. So them both at the same time. Both are fully up to date and running nice high-end specification. I think both of them do have some pros and cons, if we're going to be honest. You know, Nokia 8 coming with 2K display, optical image stabilization, and arguably better color balance when it comes to the screen. OnePlus 5 coming with more RAM. This is a 6GB RAM model. You are also getting, obviously, the very nice Bokeh mode and arguably better software as well, particularly in terms of the camera. So we're going to just see here how you do compare. Both have had, as I said, all the updates applied and everything's closed down. So let's just open up a few apps here, starting off with the basic ones. And it'll be quite interesting if Nokia can beat the OnePlus 5. Which is still among the fastest phones. And so far it looks like the OnePlus 5 is holding that title quite well, if you ask me. Just that little bit more snappy, although it is quite, that was even quicker on the OnePlus 5, even though there was a pop-up. So we're going to talk about the camera UI in a bit, because I think that is a quite deciding difference here. Let's have a look at some of the inbuilt apps. So let's try Play Store. Yeah, again, OnePlus 5. So much more conclusive here than I was actually expecting. Do we have weather here or settings? Let's have a look. Where is the settings on this one? I can't even find it. There it is. Go. So again, you know, very quick on OnePlus 5 boy. Let's just try some games here. So maybe Nokia 8 is using a slower memory or something, because really the specs are identical except for RAM. Or maybe it's that 2K display. Who knows? Other difference is obviously the OnePlus 5 has a slightly bigger battery, 3300 I think versus 3090. Quite a weird amount. They could have put a massive one in there to really stand out. It does have the dash charging as well, which is much faster than anything else on the market generally. Yeah, so you can see here quite conclusively every single one is going on the OnePlus 5 much faster. I think the bezel ratio is a little bit better as well with the OnePlus 5. You can see we do get less annoying black area here compared to the Nokia 8. So let's just move on here and try something else. So we're just going to have a look at the Wi-Fi performance. So just make sure they're on the same, and let's go. So technically speaking, actually the OnePlus 5 is actually cheaper than the Nokia 8. At least where I am. If you get the entry level model, if you get the 8GB RAM model, then it's about the same price. But you know, I would expect better performance if I'm paying more from Nokia. So look at the speed here. The Wi-Fi strength looks stronger on the OnePlus 5. If you look at the actual bars at the top, I'm not that far away from the router, so that could be something to consider here. You are also getting a better score in terms of the Wi-Fi. It's not new, and you can see again, can't get up to OnePlus 5, I'm afraid. Nokia. It's a good try though. You know, we have missed you. Ping is good though. You know, ping is pretty good as well as the upload. So you know, consolation point there. How does the multitasking fare? We're going to have a look. So right back to the beginning. Ooh, reload on the left, and yeah, another reload. Maybe Nokia 8 needs a factory reset. You shouldn't really need to factory reset after only having the phone for a couple of months. I mean, surely they should have some maintenance runtime in the background or something. But it seems to me you can see there's a massive difference here in terms of the responsiveness. Look how long that took, and it's only a couple of months old. You can see straight in here. So 6 gigs of RAM, definitely benefits the OnePlus 5. Let's just be honest, as well as maybe the software kind of stability. So check the games as well, and then round the video off. And what's this? Crazy Taxi. Reload. So this is a total knockout. This is like a massacre video. We don't really get many of these nowadays because most phones are pretty much comparable, but clearly not here with these two. I wasn't expecting such a massive difference really. HMD definitely need to work on the optimization, memory management, etc. But at the end of the day, speed isn't everything. Reload here, as you can see, OnePlus 5 not infallible. Speed isn't everything, as I was saying, and obviously, as I said, you are getting some advantages with the Nokia here, which is exemplified on a big web page. So if we just show you here, I'd say that the screen is far more color accurate and higher in terms of the resolution. 2K, you do notice it. Why isn't this moving? You performed well for the speed test, and now it's all going downhill. So yeah, you can see, you can really see how nice and sharp the Nokia 8 is in terms of the text compared to the fuzziness on the OnePlus 5. You also get the jelly effect, obviously, which you don't get on the Nokia, which is a nice bonus. Both have fingerprint scanners, both very solid in that respect, although I do prefer the button layout on the Nokia, because you don't know which one's which on the OnePlus 5, so I end up just disabling them. This one's much like HTC, and also on the back, as I said, you are getting optical image stabilization, which I think will lead to better low light performance overall. I have done a comparison with the S8, and it's about comparable. So, some definite advantages here with the Nokia 8, but I think the actual software performance could do with some polish, if you ask me. And also the camera UI, which looks like it was designed by a 3-year-old. I mean, these icons look very kind of ugly and stock Android, Android Froyo kind of thing. So you could definitely take some tips here from the more clean UI on the OnePlus 5, if you ask me. And I know you did. So yeah, just a quick little comparison here between the Nokia 8 and the OnePlus 5. If you've got any other questions, let me know. Hope you find it helpful, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.